Welcome back. So we will talk about fibroids, but first, we heard about the minister. We read a report that says the Minister of Labour and Empowerment, Dr. Chris Ngige, has announced government's plans to extend the maternity leave for Nigerian nursing mothers. Dr. Ngige explained that this program will serve as part of the efforts towards promoting exclusive breastfeeding. And he noted that the leave will be extended from 16 weeks to 18 weeks. What are your thoughts on this? You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag GiveYouTVC. Now, we'll just discuss it for a little bit because we heard about the reports. 16 to 18 is not a lot. I think Lagos State did the real milestone of six months. And that's what we as mothers like to push for the federal government. That, yeah, 18 weeks is a good consideration, but please follow Lagos State's cue.
Yeah, because I just want to say, to establish that breastfeeding is the best thing for any baby.
Exactly.
For your baby, exclusive breastfeeding, because cow milk is cow milk. Every animal in this world feeds their baby with their breast. Only human being uses cow milk to feed their baby. So that 6 months is mandatory. It's not even, it should be.
Exactly. So we need to push for that.
Sorry, Tokwe, you can continue.
But, when I heard your argument and somebody else said it, and I told the person that we can't be clamoring for effectiveness and equality or equity as a woman, that I want to be promoted just like a man will be promoted, if after I deliver, I have 6 months off. As an employer of labor, it won't be convenient for them, except the government now creates a policy that ensures that there won't be discrimination against employment of female ladies or women into positions because they are women.
We'll talk about it. Let me take you up on that, because the truth is that today work doesn't have to be where you are. There are virtual offices. You don't necessarily have to be in the office. Yes, you can. You can work online. You can be in your house. You're pregnant, breastfeeding, and you can send an email, do reports, send it to your people.
I'm a woman. I definitely want it, but I'm saying that except it is made into a policy that is enforceable and you can run to that law and say, there is a law protecting me, I have 6 months.
We need a policy all the time. This is just
moral
consciousness.
Have you heard that?
That time of
the
Ebola.
female HRs and the female bosses that are tougher on women and not employing women, they are the tougher ones. They'll be like, I've given birth. So I know what you're going through. You're not doing anything strange. So when it becomes a policy, then you can say that I have a right. I am protected by this.
Okay.
First of all, in England is 1 year now.
Thank you. I wanted to say that.
In England, it's 1 year. Whether you are...
So is our economy better than their own economy?
They even give men...
Yes, it's better.
In some parts of, I think, America, they give men paternity leave.
Lagos too has that.
That's one. 2 years ago, when there was Ebola in Nigeria, my daughter came to Nigeria. As she got into her office, they said, you are just coming from West Africa. Joe, go and sit down in the house. You're working from the house. They carry computer, everything to her house. Stay at home for whether 41 days or something to make sure you don't have Ebola. So it is possible to work from the house.
Exactly, period.
I wanted to say that in England, a friend of mine, what the policy there is 6 months full pay, an extra 3 months half pay, then the last 3 months no pay. So it is you now, it's now your own discretion as a mother to now decide to say, okay, maybe I will resume after 9 months or after 6 months. I think the ideal thing the federal government should push is 6 months, because you see, every child needs that nurturing time. At least that 6 months, the child is stable enough. You are able to complete an exclusive breastfeeding, And I think for Tokwe, there are companies, because I know of a woman, although she's relocated now, she used to work from home. Do you understand? It's when you decide to make it priority that it begins to take effect. Because in fairness to what YK said, when Ebola crisis was all over, there were some companies in Nigeria here that told their staff, don't bother to come to this thing. They provided internet service and all that. And you see, I don't know why we tolerate a lot of things in this country. A friend of mine works in an international oil company. And she said that when her boss resumed office and she was pregnant, she was going to sign her maternity leave. And she brought, the form that please approve my leave form. And the man saw it. He said, what? What nonsense? No, it's not done. It's a year, it's this. She said, oh God, I beg, don't worry. That one is the company abroad. Here is the same company that they have a company in Nigeria, but the policy is different. And the reason that company is like that is because Nigeria, we have accepted it. It's not like it is not doable. So it is whether we want to put priority on the child, on the child's life that is
And in
important that will
addition
now
to that-
show in our policies concerning maternity
In addition
leave.
also to the policy issue, because some women have been demanding that every office should have a creche. So even if my job is such that I have to be in the office space, give me somewhere where I can easily go breastfeed, come back breastfeed. At least there's somebody there. But let me take this call from
there's a
Marvelous. I'll come to
policy
you.
set for that.
Marvelous, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
I'm a second time caller.
Okay, you get it.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Please, I want to talk about this Ngige matter. I support it. I feel that a lot of parents should stay home and they should take care of their children, and I feel that it's a very good policy. And I still want to talk about what you guys said yesterday. I feel that in Lagos now is out. Let's be honest. Even if you want to ban street hawkers, what about those kind of officials? They are not doing that. Let me correct the story. What really happened? I was there. What happened was that Kai was chasing the guy, and Lasma held him. That come and catch him, and the guy tried to put himself on the Lasma, and he was hit by a BLT, and the Coca-Cola killer caused him. So I feel that it's negligence too. So
Okay.
those Lasma and Kai officials,
Right.
they are doing duplication of one. Why should the Lasma officials be holding a guy?
Thanks, Marvelous. Thank you very much for that.
Back to
Thank
the
you.
topic of the importance of breastfeeding, and he just said something that a lot of men say, that women sit down at home and take care of their children. It's sometimes I feel it's a little
Insulting.
yes, it does rub wrong on me that you say women sit down at home and take care of their children. So I went to school, I have a brain, I studied.
Oh,
I
leave
just
that
sit
one,
down at
pack
home
that one, talk well
and take care of
now.
children. However, when we fight for 6 months, I think that our government and officials should realize why we're fighting for 6 months. Most breastfed children fall ill less than non-breastfed children.
True.
That means you are from now preventing them going to the hospital in the future.
Immune system.
1, 2, by the time they are 6 months, at 4 months you start introducing solid food. The mother is the best person that can help to say, okay, how do I introduce it? Watch the reaction. Maybe this is not taking the food, let me shock breast. Whichever way, a mom is in that position, but if she has to resume after 3 months, somebody else takes care of that baby at that young stage where they are open to any
So
sort of
there are
intervention.
endless benefits
yes.
for breastfeeding, but it's also how we can demand for this, because Minister believes that he has done us a favor.
He's not
by
doing us a
increasing
favor.
16 to 18, and we're saying that doesn't work.
That's why we need
What we
more
need
women in
is minimum
governance.
of 6 months.
Yeah.
Let me take this
No,
call.
how can you increase it by 2 weeks and think you have done wonders?
Good
I
morning.
can't understand.
Hello, are you there? Good. Was that yes, YK? So
If we have
No,
more
I
women in
don't think 16 to 18 weeks, he should have just kept quiet.
No, it's not about having a woman in governance. That's the thing I want you to correct, Okwe. It is about putting priority on the child's life, whether you are a man or a woman. So whether I am there as a woman or not, if this man puts priority on a child's life,
Yes.
it will show in the kind of policies that they project.
Yes.
Excuse me, can I just ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are a married woman and you become president of Nigeria and you get belay while you are president, what will happen?
why is there a vice president?
Okay, the vice president.
Of course,
I just
everybody.
want to know. I'm just
Mike
asking.
is just
Listen.
practically, but like
We
I
must face the reality. We
Yeah.
are women. We're going to have children. That's basic. So what we need to do is work around that schedule. Don't say, oh, because you're a woman, I cannot give you that job because it doesn't fit your profile. No. I can do
We
the
have to
job.
have
I
policies
have
to
enough
protect
merit
that.
to do the job. But you must work around my own
Do
ability
you know
to
that
do the
even
job.
cattle rearers don't kill the female cow?
Of course, now.
So last
They are
year or
they are-
2 years ago, we were at Wimbies and we met a woman that works with a multinational bank. I
Sorry,
think
let me
Stanbic
pause. You have a call from Uyo. Good morning. Are you there?
Uyo!
Uyo is very special to us. Hi, Uyo in the building. Hello. Are you there?
Yes,
Yes, so good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
How is Uyo?
Oyo is fine.
How is Le Meridian? Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm good. I'm listening. Yeah, Oyo is good.
delayed.
It's a beautiful place.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to contribute to your discussion there.
Go ahead, please.
Actually, I'm listening from Uyo, and I like what you people are doing this morning.
You can
Sorry,
laugh.
it's
it's
delayed,
delayed.
so we can't
It's
even hear.
delayed.
I was giving the story of that lady. She shared a story that She worked almost all through pregnancy. Even though she took a break, she was still actively doing all her job from the house. That she attended business meetings. She did exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. And I was like looking at her like, you are, she's like an ED, like an MD in the bank, within that bank. And I'm wondering how she was able to do it. She's intelligent and she was given the will and the opportunity to do what she was meant to do.
Yeah, I remember
also,
her.
the company was a multinational.
Thank you.
Now, that is why I say we have policies. If we have those policies here, you would realize that a lot of women that are housewives at home would have been a better MD than those ones in the bank right now if they were given the opportunity to do what they are capable of doing.
Let's see some tweets, please.
Omolaja Olatunji said 6 months is possible in the public sector, but no private business owner would allow 6 months leave with pay. That's hashtag reality check. Morning, ladies. That's some Olori. It says federal government should go for 6 months with pay. Breastfeeding mothers and babies needing boss is a female. So, I mean,
I think we can round up on this because I think generally we're saying that the minister didn't do us a favor by increasing from 16 to 18 weeks. We're saying, let's say, what we need minimum 6 months because Lagos State has done that, and that's the format we expect the federal government should take, not to give us 18 weeks.
What they should focus on is not that it is 18 weeks they're giving us. What they should focus on is the benefit on the life of that child.
Thank you.
So
That's very important because breastfeeding is very important for any child.
Let's close that. Now we're going to come back. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, we said earlier we're going to discuss fibroid. It's a major issue we have here in Africa because I think it's more of African women that have this this issue, this disease. So we're going to have doctor in the house to tell us how to manage fibroid. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, fibroid is a common benign tumor, and it is estimated that between 20 to 50% of women of reproductive age have fibroid, although not all are diagnosed. Reports also has it that women approaching menopause are at greatest risk for fibroid because of their long exposure to high levels of estrogen. Joining us on the show is a consultant family physician and surgeon, Dr. Moses Ani. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
You can call us on
Nice to be here.
070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC. Now, sir, we heard that this is common mostly among black women. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Research that is done about fibroid should, in America, for instance, more of the African American women that have fibroid.
Now, what causes here?
Do you know why that is?
Basically, there's some link to being an African descent in myoma. There is no particular explanation as to why that happens. Just like, basically, most of the things that you have about fibroids, you know, you don't have ultimate explanation as to why it is. Yeah.
So what's the cause? What causes fibroid?
There's no explanation.
Okay, so
No, when I said that there's no explanation, there are still some things that are linked up with that.
Okay.
Because of course now, it can only happen because you have a womb. That means you have to be a woman to have fibroid. Then two, you have to secrete the hormones, progesterone and estrogen, especially in a higher quantity. And that brings on the aspect of the fact that there are some regenerations that happen in the womb, okay? And when that happens, because of these hormones, there are tendencies for one to have fibroid. Okay. And when we say, for instance, that in fibroids, it runs kind of in families, not as if it's genetic. But the fact that, you know, if you have it, grandmother, you know, the daughter, the next thing is that you expect it in the other way. It doesn't mean that all other people don't have, but most of the times you have that more.
Okay.
You know.
I recently went to the north for a wedding, and I stumbled on a discussion we were having, and they were saying that, you know, this natural hairstyle that everybody is tending towards these days, that is very healthy, that there's a research that actually came out that it's possible that, what's it called, fibroid is now linked to, what's it called, women, because since it's prevalent amongst black women, so it's linked to the kind of chemicals that we use on our hair in terms of straightening out the hair and all that. How true is that?
No. There's actually no research work towards that shows that it's linked. But when there are what we call like it's like carcinogenic things, even though we know that fibroid is not cancerous, okay? They tend to produce growths in the body, which is not limited to the womb. It also all over the body. So you are having tendencies for people to grow tumors in various parts of the body because of the carcinogens that are being used in various things that are being done. Even the food that we eat, you know, brings on this aspect of carcinogens.
Yeah.
If you look at, don't let us talk about some things that are out of this place, what we're discussing. But if you look at today, what we have as cancer of the colons, we're having more of it because of the food we eat and the carcinogens that are used
Preserve them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at that from the hair aspect, you could prostrate and say, look, this is why we have more.
Because when you said black is prevalent among black women, I thought to myself, it could be the food. That because black people, we eat a lot of oil all over the world.
Right.
We use oil to cook our food. Oyimbos don't really use oil for their food. They use the steam, they use water. But black people, we like to fry the chicken. If the chicken is not fried, it's not sweet. No, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
You know, so
I wanted to ask about pregnancy. A lot of time when you go for your scan, you tend to say, there's a fibroid, but it's the size is really small and all that. And outside, when a woman is pregnant, maybe it doesn't really cause any trouble. Can you explain the relationship between pregnancy and fibroid?
Okay. Now, in pregnancy, let's get this straight. In pregnancy, you tend to secrete more of these hormones than the other times as a woman. So the progesterone production and the estrogen production in pregnancy tend to go higher. And that's why despite the fact that you may not have noticed it, the fact that these hormones are there now make them grow bigger. So they are easily noticeable when there are pregnancies.
Yeah, because you see, there's a friend of mine that was pregnant. What the doctor told her was that as the baby was growing,
yes,
the fibroid
is also growing.
It's also growing.
Exactly.
You know, so and sometimes the fibroid now poses a risk on the life of that child. So because someone is asking that if you remove fibroid, what is the chance of that fibroid reoccurring? And for women also, most of them, they are afraid that if I take out fibroid as a young girl, I might not get pregnant.
Yes.
Do you understand? I've heard that a lot of times.
You see, talking about treatment of fibroid, and that's one of the things we must emphatically say to people, that you removed fibroid does not mean you can't get pregnant. So let's have that behind our mind, that, look, you don't have to carry this load because there is the fear in you that if you remove it, you won't get pregnant. It's not true. Right from the word go, the fibroid itself is a major cause of infertility.
Because I was going to say,
depending on where it's located, right? Fibroid has 3 places where it can locate. It can be outside the womb, growing what we call subserosa, serosa. That means it's like, not in the muscles, like growing on top of the womb. Then it can also grow inside the womb. That's within the muscles. And it can grow deep down where the baby is supposed to be located. Yeah, so that's That's the issue
So
about
which one is
fibroid.
the most risky one amongst those?
Of course, the most risky is the one that is growing where the baby is supposed to be.
Chai.
Because apart from that, it gives you heavy bleeding. And that's where you have a lot of collapse. You know, people are bleeding, like a woman that came to us and then her PCV was 15%.
Wow.
And so when she starts bleeding, she's pouring like water.
Oh my goodness.
And if you know that about 30% of your blood is contained in the womb, and if it opens up like a tap, all you just be seeing.
So wait,
is
so the one
pulling.
that is inside where the baby is supposed to be, that's the one where people actually bleed. The others, you don't bleed. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
not that they don't bleed. But the major bleeding is coming from the ones that are polypoidal right inside.
Side.
Okay? Now, if you have one in the muzzle, just very close to the endometrial walls, and pushing in, it's also going to give you some heavy bleeding. It may not be as
So
torrential as the other one.
Is it possible that it is that one that is located inside the womb that most women, they are advised not to take it out because if they take it out, they might not get pregnant?
Please, why should somebody say that? At every level, let me tell you, there's the conum, you know, through which, now, you can't get pregnant unless there is the sperm and then the egg.
Egg, yeah.
And the sperm must pass through the tube
Yes.
to get to the femoral area where it's now going to fertilize the egg. And it will now have to come down back into the womb to stay
form
in.
as a baby.
Now, if fibroid is located at the conum of the womb,
No fertilization.
obviously,
How would
there
the
is
sperm
no
reach
way
there?
that person is going to get pregnant, no matter what you do. So, invariably, people who don't get pregnant may also not get pregnant just because the fibroid is there,
Okay.
not because it's removed. So, if you just tie it to the fact that, oh, when you remove fibroid, that the person will not get pregnant, then you lost the fight.
Yeah, a lot of women complain when you say, your stomach is big. They say it's because of fibroids. So, do fibroids actually cause protruding stomachs?
Wow. I wish I can show you some pictures.
I saw a picture.
Now, where she looks like she is 11 months pregnant. That's what we call postdatism. Okay? And when you find that, people will still think that this woman is pregnant and she's carrying the load all through. And they are saying, oh, we're waiting until the 9 months when the baby is going to come down. Of course, she knows. Because perhaps she never slept with any man. So she knows that this is not what it is.
I'll
So
let
what are the
Tope
risks?
Tope come in here.
Okay, it's a personal experience because my mom had fibroid when
Okay.
she was pregnant with me, and I'm an only child.
Okay.
So she's had infertility, and then she got pregnant with me, and then she had fibroid, and it was contesting with me in her
Okay,
womb.
okay.
And our gynecologist made the decision
Okay.
to operate on her while she was pregnant with me.
Okay.
Now, that was based on, she had gotten a lot of advice that, no, just abort this pregnancy, just abort. But one person gave her hope, and they were able to take out the fibroid, close back, and still continue the pregnancy.
Whether that's possible?
Obviously, I'm alive. So, but I have seen a lot of people that say that they went through the process of aborting the pregnancy to avoid losing to avoid losing their life or something. They aborted the pregnancy because of they're trying to remove the fibroid. Just
No, I won't take that. I would rather allow a situation where the pregnancy on its own goes out. Not that I, as a doctor, will get in to remove the pregnancy because of the fibroid. Now, there can be contests, really, and that's what it is, where the harder one is fighting with the softer one. So I think you are very lucky.
Okay, we're going to take a quick
She's
break.
a lucky
It's a
child.
miracle
Yes,
baby.
she's
We're gonna
a
take a-
miracle baby, and I'll tell you more about that.
Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, because yes, we're talking about people who are pregnant or that, but there are a lot of young girls.
That's what I mean.
Very young girls who are not yet married and they hope to get married, but they have this protruding tummy already.
Okay,
Now, what solutions do we have for these ones that can ensure that either they can take it out or that at least when they get married, they can still have kids? We need to give them some kind of reassurance when we come back after this
Because one
commercial,
more question.
after this break. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. Now, we're talking earlier about young people being diagnosed with fibroid. They've never been married. They want to have children. How do you help those kind of patients?
Now, if the fibroid, let me say that most fibroids don't give symptoms. They don't give you problems. So at that stage, you do nothing. Except you find out that maybe this girl wants to get married, and then there's this fibroid, but it's causing some problems. Then you can go chasing after it. It's like when you say don't chase after bullets in the stomach. Now, if the fibroid is giving any problem, like this torrential bleeding, you go for it because you can't allow the person to die. It doesn't matter the age. And let me say that in doing surgeries for fibroid, if you're careful, you can take out the fibroids and the lady will still come back with pregnancies. And we have records.
Yeah, I've heard about a lot.
I'm going to run a program for some time talking about people who had gone through these surgeries and they have their babies. You know, so it's not that once the fibroid is removed, because of which you should now say, no, you won't remove the fibroid. You just take time and take out. After all, there are people who don't have fibroid. They have
Infertility.
No, they have ectopic pregnancy.
Yes.
And in that case, you will still have to go and tie those tubes. Okay? So, and you can use some other means to have babies. Let's not
So the
kill
question
ourselves
that the person
because
was asking,
there's fibroid.
Yeah, the question the person was asking about the chances of reoccurring, that after the fibroid has been removed from the womb, are there cases where it now reoccurs?
Sure. It's
Okay.
like
So
you're
what
weeding.
causes that?
No, it's the same process.
Okay.
It's like you're weeding your farm and you say weed will not grow again. As long as that person has womb and is secreting hormones,
The
right?
fibroid can
The
grow.
tendency is that it will grow again.
Now,
But perhaps, maybe what is growing then will not be as big as the one you removed. And will not do the problem, will not cause the complications that you would have had if you had the big ones. So those are some of the issues about that.
I have this friend, she has fibroids and she doesn't want to go under the knife. So she's looking for herbal
Remedies.
herbal method to
Shrink it.
shrink it. Is that possible?
How?
In your own, because I know medical doctors don't really believe in
No,
herbal.
it's not that we don't believe. We believe the things that are possible. If you prove it to me that it works, I'll take it.
Okay, so
But we've encountered lots of people who went on these herbal treatments and they end up with worse problems than when they started. I knew a lot of people who said they went through this and they told them don't do scan again because it spoils our job. Because it's born out of ignorance. You know, so you know that once you do scan, it will show you.
that nothing is
If
happening.
I am examining a patient, I will see that, look, there is a protruding mass, and this is fibroid. But they will tell you, don't do that, don't do that. Why would they restrict you from doing that? It's that restriction that tells you that they are actually not doing the right thing.
So, like
So
if
some people take those herbs, they end up with infections. They end up with
And because they can't
Let me take
control
this
the
call from
dosage.
Elijah Dada from Amuwo Dolphin. Good morning, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I want to commend you people. My question is this. I have somebody who has fibroid, and she said she was asked whether she was still going to have children, and she said no to the doctor. And the doctor said that since the fibroid is not worrying her, that she may, go on with it until it reaches menopause, that it will shrink on its own naturally. But last week, she came to me with a blog, where a lady was operated upon, and 26 kg fibroid was taken out from that person. So she is now, afraid that maybe she has to go for surgery.
Thank you, Elijah. I like that question. Like, as you grow to menopause, does it shrink by itself?
Yes, it does, because the
what I was
hormones-
going to ask, because I'm in menopause now.
Now, the hormones obviously go down. The production by the ovaries is reduced. In fact, the ovaries get atrophied. So at menopausal level, what naturally we expect is that it will shrink. But it's not in all cases.
So this
And
my
as a
big
matter of
belly
fact,
is not
this surgery that
fibroids.
was done,
This my big belly is food.
it depends.
Okay, our final question.
Until I examine
I know
you.
you wanted to tell us about a free surgery you're going to do, but let me let you ask a final question.
Please, you see, being that fibroid is a localized disease to blacks, how intensive has the research been to find out other means of curing it? Or because if it's a white disease, they would do the research anyway, but it's predominantly with black people. How intensive has the research been to finding the solution and ways to manage this disease?
I wish I have time to talk about this. But let me say that everything about fibroid is not surgical. It's also medical. Because if you can find an antagonist that will block the production of the hormones, you are obviously going to reduce this quantity that we're having right now. So it's, well, again, you should look at this. In Africa, how many people do research in anything, including malaria, for instance? I mean, that's why you go to Switzerland and you are coming back to Nigeria and you're telling us you've done research and this is ACT, this is, do you understand? Just simple malaria that is killing everybody here in Africa.
All right. So you told us earlier that you're going to have a free surgery.
Yes.
What was that about?
On the 22nd day of July,
Okay.
myself and my friends, we do some free surgeries. So we are trying to screen some patients, but they will be indigent, people who can't afford that. Yeah.
So how do you prove your indigence?
Of course, by asking questions. But you can always be sure that some people will come and they will tell you that they don't have any money. Like one man, we operated on him. He said he doesn't have money. But we found round his waist,
money
he
belt.
tied money.
You can't be that ignorant.
No, people do that. They just want to prove that they
How
don't
do
have.
we,
So if you know somebody who is indigent, who have
Yeah.
fibroid issues,
Yes.
they can then refer to you.
Yes, they can refer to me. They can call me.
Free surgery.
Ah,
Yes.
waiting. Ololade Ajao says, please, how true is it that all women have fibroid? We don't all have it, though. Is that
No,
true?
not all women, but you can be sure that the statistics you are giving us is wrong. 70 to 80% of women, Africans,
Wow.
have fibroid.
Wow.
So
The
let's say
issue is
is
it troubling her? If it's not causing any problem,
You just
we
leave
tend to leave it. But when it becomes an issue, then you deal with it.
so let's say this is 100% here.
Yes.
So that means
You have-
1, 2, 3.
Yes,
I
highs.
have it.
What did you count? 1, 2, 3.
No, just
it's not a terminal disease,
line
that's
up
what
10 women
Yeah.
and you have
7
7
of
of them. Yeah.
But it's not a
I'm
big
telling
because
you.
I did my scan
Yeah.
and they said there was fibroid, but the
Yeah.
man explained that my consultant said that it was it was in the muscles or in
Sure.
the walls,
If-
so
if,
it wasn't
if it is
affecting.
in the walls of the muzzle, or even if it is outside, right?
that it
But it's not giving you any problem. Why would you go and start running after
So-
it? Yeah. It's when the problems arise
Yes.
that we encourage people. Don't keep it. Don't keep it.
Well, tweet your details to our viewers. Who
I-
know,
I-
because
I
know
love
there are
what
lots of
you
people
said,
actually
you
out
know.
there. There are lots of people out there who need this service.
Free surgery.
Because I know a lot of people who they've been carrying this 11-month pregnancy thing around. I know a few people like that. So this is good news for them that they can get free surgery to at least get rid of it. But the most important thing I've learned from here is that even if you take out the surgery, it doesn't mean that you cannot have kids anymore.
Sure.
You can still get pregnant.
Sure.
That's good. Okay, cool.
How long does the surgery take? Is it a 30-minute operation?
1
4
hour. It
hours?
depends.
Now, it depends on
The location.
not just the location, because sometimes you find out there are about 50 pieces of them right inside this womb.
Wow.
So that means you are going to spend more time. If it's just one, then in a matter of 30 minutes or less,
Okay.
give and take, anesthesia and so on and so forth. To be
We'll
able to
tweet
take
the
them all out.
details.
Okay. Our viewers who are interested, we'll tweet the details to you
And on
online.
Facebook
and,
page, you'll be on our
we'll let you
Facebook
know
page and on
though,
Twitter.
how you can reach this doctor.
For this
Annie.
commendable
yes,
sir.
efforts. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
All right,
Nice
that's
meeting
all
you.
we can take on the show today. Have a lovely day. We'll see you. I'll see you Thursday, but they'll see you tomorrow.
It's our birthday tomorrow.